I'm used to his point of view. I just start to laugh at the expensive plans. Sure, I wouldn't have really done anything to him, but come on. You didn't know that. How could I pass up an opportunity to get back at him for cheating me out of a muffin? Although I guess maybe I should have just given him one for free. After all, he used to let me stay at his place for the duration of my trip. I'll make it up to him later. Maybe I'll give him a full 20 pack of Coke. That's a nice thing to do, right? After he gave me the tour of Canterlot. And after he told me that one of his friends was married to Princess Luna now. Wait, does that make him a god of good? What the Heimlich? We flew on towards Fluttershy's cottage in silence for a while, and I didn't make any attempt to break it for once. Surprised? Well, hey, you and I like to just enjoy a nice quiet flight. There's something about flying that really helps clear my head. Maybe it's a feeling of freedom, or maybe it's just the way you have to focus on making sure that you don't fall, or hit anything. Maybe it's the feeling of the wind, literally blowing away any cluttering thoughts. I sighed, and let myself be carried in the wind, for once just letting go of all my thoughts. For now, it was just Lance, me, and the wind, as we flew over to Fluttershy's house, and the supposed dragon Brony. Man, that's gotta be awesome. Then again, in retrospect, maybe not. I mean, for one thing, Eevee's a biggin, wouldn't that mean that all the ponies might look at him in fear? I tried to think of why he might have become a dragon, and tried to guess what I could of his personality. Alright, he was given choice, and he chose Equestria. That means that he must have some sort of love for friendship and magic. He chose to be a dragon, though, meaning he wanted to do something. Well, different. So far, he's only chosen to live with Fluttershy, which implies a certain kindness or shyness about him. Maybe just to be a dragon because maybe he wanted to do something that couldn't be pushed around so easily. I shook my head and decided not to try and form any opinions about him until I got to meet him. It's a slightly bad habit of mine, but I like to try and guess what I can about people from what I've been told about them. Kind of like Sherlock Holmes, I guess. I always try to wait until I met the person before I did my guessing, though, as it might make me think otherwise bad things about them. Let's look to him next. Hey, you alright over there? Oh yeah, I'm fine. I called back, lazy willing in the air. I just like the feeling of flying, you know? He nodded, agreeing with me. I lost myself in my thoughts again, and found a memory where it started to show up. I did not firmly push it back, denying the viewers the opportunity for a flashback sequence. Hey, now you stinker. Grinning, I decided it was time for a bit of travel shenanigans. I instantly shifted to human form without warning Lance. What the hell are you doing? He shouted as I plummeted towards the ground. I don't know. I called back, laughing. I looked at the ground I was plummeting towards. I realized that we were still fairly close to the mountain walls. I spotted lights that was sticking up on the mountain, for what would have been a really cool snowboarding path. It was actually covered in snow. Hey Lance, follow me! I called out, pulling a metal square out from my pocket. I pressed one of the corners with my thumb, and it slowly expanded to a long, blue and white hoverboard type deal. I gripped the side of it with my hand, and carefully placed myself on top of it, making sure that I wouldn't fall off. With a cocky grin that hid the nervousness I was feeling, I quickly stepped on the switch and activated the hoverboard. There was a steady humming sound, and I shouted, "Raise you to Fluttershy's!" I leaped forward, and the board took off, racing along the narrow pathway. What? Lance, come on! I shouted over my shoulder. Follow me. Set me free. Trust me and you'll escape from the city. Huh? Damn it, Lance, don't you recognize the song the Hedgehog references when you hear one? I shot down the path faster than a bullet, and did a couple of show-off type flips in my enthusiasm. Anyways, where's the Fluttershy's? You in? He grinned and called out, "Oh, it's on." That's what I like to hear. I laughed right before Lance blurred past me, leaving a streak of black and red in its wake. Note to self. Wind first, then mock. I swept my forehead and focused on the path ahead of me. If I was right, this path should carry me down the mountains and into the woods, where I could easily make the Fluttershy's without any chance of danger or injury. At least if I was planning on doing things the easy way. I cracked my knuckles and pulled my bandana on. With another short burst of speed, my board launched down the path, and everything around me became a blur. I couldn't see Lance anywhere, and I figured he must have already took off towards our goal. Well, at least he doesn't know that I know a very good shortcut. I call it the OMG WTF BBQ path. Long story short, I just followed this here path for a ways, before jumping off of it and running down the current mountain, and then, now this is the crucial point, hit the big pointy rock, launch off of it like a ramp, spin the X button, and with that I mean spin like crazy, and then right in the thick clump of woods behind Fluttershy's place. Mess up, and I could end up in an angry Ursa's den. No pressure. I gulped and murmured a quick prayer to gods and goddesses of good, asking for a bit of luck. After a deep, steady breath, I leaned forward and pushed the board to its limits, my eyes wandering as I went. Spotting the turn, I made the board veer off course, hitting the even narrow strip of path that was outcropping from the mountain. "Here goes nothing!" I shouted right before hitting the rock. "Remember, kids, don't try this at home." I shot at the rock and was suddenly thrown into the air. I started spinning on the board and had to resist the urge to vomit violently. Instead, I just settled for flying off a very surprised Lance, waving cheerfully as I did so, and spun through the air, screaming madly all the while. The momentum brought about from the spinning carried me through the air, and I landed in the woods, at least 50 feet from Flusher's cottage. I folded the board back up and tucked into my pocket, smiling. I haven't had a chance to use that in a while. I should try to use it more often. I stretched out my arms and heard the satisfying sounds of bone popping. I shifted Pegasus' form and rolled out of the pillets and waited casually on the path. A moment later, a very irate-looking Pegasus zebra human lay next to me, petting slightly. "You cheated," he said, punching my shoulder. "I didn't cheat," I replied. "I just used the environment to my advantage. And used an alien hoverboard. And you're referring to the dragon. It was my Princess Luna," I tried good naturally. "What does that have to do with anything?" "I don't know. I just thought I'd point it out." We walked the rest of the way towards Flusher's cottage, and I felt a small moment of apprehension. I need to be insanely careful about what I said, or else I might accidentally let them know that I'm technically not from that world, and led them to my traveling. Thankfully, this was something I'd have a lot of practice with. I should be fine. Lane stood up the door and the cottage, short up the door of the cottage, and quietly knocked at it. The door creaked open, and a butterscotch-colored Pegasus peeked out of the small crack. The door opened a little wider. Her soft voice could be heard saying, "Oh, hello, Lance. It's good to see you again." "Hi, Flasheye. I was just showing you my new friend around Ponyville, and I decided to drop by and say hi," Lance replied. "Oh?" Flasheye opened the door out of the way and looked at me shyly. "Howdy," I said, pushing on my glasses. "My name's Omnius. It's nice to meet you." Flasheye nodded, and all three of us stood there for a moment in silence. Lance didn't remember why we had come in the first place, and I asked, "Is there laboratories anywhere?" "Oh, are you sure you want to introduce him to Omnius? You might scare him. It'll be fine. He's in the usual spot then?" She nodded. "Cool," I said. "Thanks, Shy." And with that, we headed to Forest. In Lance's point of view. As we walked up to Mephitorus, who was asleep, Omnius stood wizard in awe. "He's a big one, isn't he?" I chuckled. "What did you expect? He's a dragon after all." Omnius looked at me and smiled. I was expecting something smaller, not a fully grown dragon. I waited for the Mephitorus. Well, I give the honor of being the one who wakes him up. He was never a damn small wife. Psst, easy is easy. What? He walked to the Mephitorus and started hugging his stomach. "Yo, Big Red, wakey wakey." I face off. What is he trying to do? Piss off Mephitorus? Mephitorus sat up, turning over us. "What?" he said in his booming voice. He looked over to me and smiled. That smile still gives me the creeps. "Hey, Lance." I waved. "Hey, Mephitorus. I brought a friend to meet you." He sighed. "Please don't tell me you brought Greg back to see me. That guy is annoying." I chuckled. "No, this time it's someone new." I pointed Omnius, who was smirking for some reason. "This is Omnius." Mephitorus looked down at him. "Nice to meet you, Omnius." Omnius nodded. "Good to meet you too, Mephitorus." They did an awkward hand, claw, hoof shake. Omnius looked up at him. "So, what did you become a dragon?" Mephitorus sighed loudly. "I was picked on back on Earth, and then being a dragon would mean no one would mess with me." I was right. No one will mess with me, or be my friend. All the other bronies of Flush will even come near me. Omnius whipped a tear out of his eye. Manly tears have been shed, man. The Mephitorus chuckled. Oh, more like a boom chuckle. "Don't worry about me. I'm having the time of my life here. Way better than Earth." Omnius nodded again. "I see. Well, like I always say, a loud scream from Fluttershy caught us off guard. The first to react was Mephitorus. "Fluttershy!" He flew over to our cottage, followed by me and Omnius. Upon reaching the cottage, we saw Fluttershy jumping around and looking through things. Omnius walked forward. "What's wrong? Why did you scream?" She looked at us, tears in her eyes. "It's Angel! He's gone!" I rubbed my chin with my hoof. "Maybe he went out for a walk?" She shook her head vigorously. "Oh no, he would have told me." Amos cocked his head. Get those darn images off your head. Then how did he go missing? She shook her head, looking around in desperation. I don't know. I wouldn't give him a care because he would go outside and play. He ran off, and I don't know where he went. I thought for a second I had an idea. In every show there's always a set of footprints that show where the missing person, Bunny in this case, went. I looked around, and would you believe it, I saw the paw prints of a bunny that led into every forest. I pointed over to them. Well, I think I know where he went. Every pony and dragon looked over to the prints. Fluttershy flew over and looked in the forest with a dreadful look. Oh, poor Angel Bunny, all alone out there in the forest. Amos walked up next to her. Come on, we'll go in after him. He can't have gone far. She shook her head. Oh no, I can't go in there. It's too frightening. I walked up next to him. Well, me and Amos can go after him. We've both been in the forest alone before. Be honest, Melbator said in a confused voice. What about me? You seem to forget I'm here. I shook my head. I didn't forget. I just thought you should stay here with Fluttershy, in case he comes back out. Alright, I can do that, he said. I looked ominous. You ready to brave the everfree forest? He smoked, put on sunglasses. Oh, you know it. I frowned my eyebrows. Where did the sunglasses come from? He smiled. It's better not to think about it. Okay. Well, let's get going. We have a bunny to find. He smiled. Let's do it. He turned to Fluttershy. Don't worry. He swept the sunglasses off in slow motion. We'll bring back your bunny, dead or alive. Fluttershy's face was full of concern. Dead or alive? Amos' eyes wondered. We'll bring it back alive and healthy. He laughed nervously. He nodded. Please hurry back with him. I'm so worried about him. I began walking towards the forest. Go on, Amos. Stop scaring Fluttershy. He began following me. I'm not scaring her. Just reassuring her. I smirked. Yeah, that worked. He nodded. It sure did. I sighed and we continued on in silence. Well, silence for about a minute. Amos looked at me. I just noticed something. I looked down and raised an eyebrow. What would that be? Does it feel like we're being watched? I looked around and shuddered. Yeah, it kinda does. He nodded. Well, watch this. Before I could answer, he jumped forward and stood up on his hind legs. He pointed his toes so far as to put his sunglasses back on. I know you're out there. Whoever is watching us, come out. I face-moved. That wasn't going to work. A rustling just off the side of the path caught my attention. I'll be damned. It worked. My point of view. I put myself in a battle stance and flapped my wings for a few times, throwing out some dust to make my appearance look more intimidating. That's one of the major rules of fighting. If you know you're about to be attacked by something, you can either make yourself look meek and useless, thus make your opponent underestimate you, or you can do your best to look like badass and give your opponent scared thoughts as to whether they should attack you or not. I snorted a few times and said, Bring it! The bushes rustled a little more. A strange-looking creature walked out, gnashing his teeth all the while. It looked like a wolf, only it was made entirely out of gnarled branches, and was a fair bit taller than both of us. Terrible wolf! I snarled, pulling my something lance. Never take my eyes a thing. I said, unless when I get the signal, I want you to fly above me, a bucket in the head. Are you sure? I'm not sure a single buck would take care of it, and I said, unsure. Now! I shouted at Timberwolf, who seemed to be surprised that I wasn't running, and planted my front hooves on his chest, pushing it away from me. At the same time, I heard a solid thunk sound, which told me that Lance had done what I told him to. The combined force of our blows sent the Timberwolf to the ground, where he tried to stand up. I glided over and planted both of my hooves on his throat, bared my teeth at it in a ferocious snarl. I met the beast's eyes and glared into them unblinkingly. After a few moments, I got up and slowly backed away as my eyes started to water. I thought there was a blink and kept staring at the timber silently. Onions, are you? Shush! I shot at him. The timber blinked eagerly glowing eyes. It shot off into the forest, leaving me and Lance alone. What was that? Lance asked, looking at me strangely. Lone Timberwolf. We got extremely lucky, I answered, realizing now the danger I passed. It wasn't fully grown, and it wasn't a pack. But why didn't you kill it? You've got all those weird powers, Lance said while he resumed following the tracks. They're actually pretty rare creatures. But it was just a young'un, I replied, trying next to him. It won't be right to kill it, since it was just trying to protect its territory. So I was just getting up and inserting myself as some alpha. At least I think that's what I did. Think? I said weirdly. Either that, or I just sent it to get help from the pack. We should find that bunny and then make like a tree. And get out of here, I said, picking up speed. Don't you make like a tree and leave? Lance pointed out. perfectly smooth and said, "Oh, come on. Does no one get Back to the Future jokes? Good Scott, but you think at least one person would get it." We walked in silence for a while, following the cartoon's route tracks. Shh, be very, very quiet. We're looking for rabbits. Deeper and deeper in the forest. Trees became thicker, and what little light that managed to penetrate the leaves was dimmed and tinged with green. I stopped suddenly and Lance looked at me. "What's wrong?" Looking around, I whispered, "I don't know, but I think we're being watched again. This time, whatever's hanging on us is a lot more dangerous than that timber wolf. And the truck's suddenly in here." We looked around and searched for the bunny, and every little sound we heard made us jump. It was almost like that moment in a horror movie where you know there's someone's in the closet, but you have to open the closet anyways. And holy shit! A white blur had launched itself in my face, and immediately went into a frenzy, scratching and biting at every inch of my exposed visage. Finally, I started running around, yelling, "God, Lance, get off! Sam's gonna murder something!" The white monster jumped off of my face, giving me just enough time to see a brown bag get pulled over my face, effectively giving me a burlap mask. "Thanks, Lance," I deadpanned, removing the bag. I looked over. It's about the fishes, both as the ones that had attacked me. "And your bunny," Lance said, looking at a small, way too innocent looking rabbit. "Alright, we found the bunny. Let's get him back to Flashlights pronto," I said, slowly pressing the rabbit. He glared at me and I burned my teeth. "Come on, we're going back to Flashlights." He stomped on my head and started rubbing stuff on it, plainly telling me, "Hell no." Lance stopped to laugh, and I ignored him, choosing to focus only on the rabbit. "Yes, you're going." "What? Suppose I can understand you?" I said with a surprised look. "I can get the gist of what you're saying. Now look, I know you're probably new to Flash and Mappa spending a lot of time together, but seriously? Running away?" His face fell, but then he got an angry glint in his eye as he jumped on the ground in front of me and crossed his arms. "The words don't revolve around you. He has other house she needs to take care of." "Are you talking to that rabbit?" I said, looking at me like I was crazy. "Yeah, but he's not listening," I replied, kneeling next to Bunny. "Right. I'm in the middle of the effort free with a psychotic bunny and an insane traveler," Lance muttered to himself, pacing while I talked to Angel. Eventually, I managed to convince him to go back with us, on the condition that I didn't mention to anyone that he was jealous of the brownie dragon. "You actually convinced him?" Lance asked as when Angel jumped on back. "How?" "Very carefully. Now come on, we've got work practices to attend to." We returned to the cottage when an enthusiastic and relieved Flashlight was waiting. She immediately grabbed the small rabbit and covered him in affection, hugging him close to her chest. I walked up to Mappa Torres and said, "Hey." He leaned his head close to me, and I whispered, "Good luck with Flashlight. She's a nice pony, and deserves someone who's as nice as her. I sincerely hope we can do that for her." The dragon blinked, and I chuckled. He looked at me and said, "How did you figure it out?" "Elementary, my dear Draco, I guessed." I replied, scratching my beard.